Libra. My name is Jade, and I will be doing your reading today for the month of February in the year of our Lord 2021. I will be doing a general reading, a career, financial, and or home reading, however it comes out. And then I will do a love reading. For my general, I like to use my Minor Witch Tarot. For the career, finance, and home, I like to use my Deviant Moon Tarot. And then for the love, I like to use my Tarot Sexual Magic. And then in the end, I like to wrap it up with my Goddess Knowledge card and Chinese fortune stick. So let's get into it. No planets really in your sign right now, so no extra insights on what is going on with your sign, but you know, doesn't mean that there's no room for improvement, room for lessons, room for blessings. So let's get into it. So it looks like you might have came into your own in whatever way that makes sense to you. Had a lot of good things going on and whatnot. Had a lot of, you know, maybe money coming in enough to, you know, pay people back or, you know, give people, you know, stuff that they need. Because I know Libras really like to help people in need all the time and like givers. And it looks like what's happening is all that you have given has kind of put you in a, I don't know, like you went a little crazy with power, I guess. It looks like you might have made a couple enemies or had a couple arguments about giving and not giving, or maybe you had been able to give and maybe lashed out because you have never set any emotional boundaries for yourself, because other people can't really hop over an emotional boundary that, you know, they don't really know about. So it looks like there are some emotional boundaries that weren't really set. So you might have lashed out at people. And in the midst of you lashing out at these people who you were helping or giving money to or being nice to, you kind of started to lose money. And thinking that you were going to get this emotional fulfillment from, you know, being able to give out to other people, the people who gave to you, the people who you weren't able to give to, whoever, it kind of fucked up the foundation of whatever it was that you had going on. I don't know, maybe if you're a spendthrift or what, but it was just kind of like, you were just like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. But then, you know, that's Oprah, and then people will still come on her show disrespecting her. So there was like these emotional boundaries. I was just like, okay, you're doing a lot. So I don't know, maybe somebody disrespected you. But like I said, somebody came in. You came in. Given. People took. People went too far. You lashed out. Now that you lashed out, or because of you lashing out, it might have been due to you running out of money because everybody was asking you. Asking, coming back. So now that it's kind of fucked up the foundation of whatever it is that you were going to do for yourself, it's kind of like you have to start over and kind of learn how to balance this new thing that you have going on, this new amount of money that you're going to have, this new thing. Yeah, it's okay to celebrate, go out, have a good time every now and again, do this, that, and the third. But you have to remember that, you know, all of that stuff has come with hard work. And without that hard work, you won't be able to be that stable person with the stable foundation that you are trying to set up for yourself. Because now it's fucked up. So what is it that you're going to do? And who is it that you're going to call on to help you get back to what you had? Are you going to call someone and ask? Or are you going to make it happen for yourself? Because yeah, asking somebody else to help is going to be faster. Because of course you want money today, tomorrow, whatever. But it looks like it might be better to let your ships come in. But also, a ship that's going to come in is going to be this conflict that's going to be on the ship that's coming in. This is like this karma that's coming around. You put out good karma for the future, good things come in the future. Yeah, there are going to be some roadblocks because not everybody is perfect, but this new thing that's going to come in, this new opportunity, or this thing that you have been working on, it's going to come with some shit because of this conflict or this argument that happened, because of this lack of boundary setting, and you're going to want to run away. And you running away is not it's not going to do anything. Staying is work, running away is work. I seen this thing, like a meme or whatever, when it was talking about how doing things and not doing things is also work. Like exercise. It was about how you put in the work, metaphorically and literally. Regardless of if you do it or if you don't, you're still going to have to work on something. You're still going to have to do something about your circumstance, or even if you just have to have the mental capacity for dealing with the things that you haven't physically done. So what is it that you're going to do? Because I feel like you're just kind of creating problems for yourself, and in, I don't know, denying the work that you're going to have to put in. Normally, It's bad to cry over spilled milk. But in this case, you're going to need to acknowledge and go over past things so you don't do them again. Instead of running away, doing it over, coming back with the same attitude, the same actions. Actions, reactions, no actions. It's not going to end well. It's going to put you right back in this state of stalemate, this state of non-movement, just this idiotic cycle that can be completely overturned if you do something about it and come with a new perspective and a new game plan. Because once you come with a new game plan, you'll have more options. You'll have more to do, more to work on that is something that you actually want to work on. Something that will actually be emotionally fulfilling and able to be clearly seen. Like, it's not anything with that's like so hard to reach or so hard to handle, so hard to deal with. It's not going to be that bad. But watch out for what you think is really, watch out for what you perceive to be as success. Because all that glitters is not always gold. Sometimes it's just an illusion to keep you complacent. And where complacency is, where complacency is, bullshit just follows. Bullshit follows and causes you to wait again and to go backwards and to give you the same test over and over and over again. And it's like I feel like once you figure out what these boundaries are, what it is that you need to acknowledge, what it is that you need to talk about, then you'll be able to master this perspective or this perception that you have of whatever it is that you want. But if you don't set these boundaries, then you're going to fall in love with being complacent and being trapped and not being able to get to where it is that you want to go. Be open to things ending. Because this isn't one of those, the more things seem to change, the more they stay the same, or, whatever. This isn't one of those predicaments, because this is somebody's life. You have to be open to endings. Because once you're open to endings, you're open to the birth of new things. So yeah, be open. Be open to setting boundaries. Be open to deading recent or past boundaries. Be open to changing them, recreating them, you know, tweaking them a little bit. That's a part of life. You're not going to have the same salary requirements after, you know, you go get this new skill or you figure out this new thing that you're able to do. You get this new certification, this new degree. You're not going to want the same salary requirements. So why would you keep the same boundaries after learning something new about yourself? You would make new ones so you can keep this new thing that you learned about yourself in motion. If you don't, you're just gonna go through it all over again. And who wants to go through the same thing? Nobody. So allow things to change. So when new lessons come, you'll be ready to learn them. So you can up the price of your time, up the price of your energy, your aura, your whatever it is that you have to offer to other people. Because not only the material things come with you when you step into something new. So let's get into this career, finance, or home reading. We'll see what happens. See how the reading goes. So it looks like maybe you are receiving some emotional satisfaction from not being confined to your circumstances, or possibly because you changed your circumstances. And now that you've done that, you will need to become a master at it. How can I say this? You're going to need to be able to be flexible. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Because life is always coming at you from a whole bunch of different ways, right? And if you're only well versed in dealing with certain situations, then what are you going to do about dealing with the other situations that you've never dealt with before? So now that you have learned to deal with one thing, now it's time to start to learn how to deal with new things. Or prepare yourself to learn how to deal with other things. I think this is a home reading. How to deal with the late nights, entertaining people, having company, and how you allow people to treat your home. I think maybe you want to buy a house. Yeah, you want to buy a house. And then start to make a home. Or recreate your home if you already have a home. But now that you have worked to get here, what is it that you are willing to work on and work for? Because what you want is going to require you to go through possibly the same things that you've already dealt with. And that shouldn't scare you, because you've already done it. You've already worked on it. You've already came through successful. Or do you just not feel like you're successful? I feel like Libras are never satisfied with their life. They could be like the most successful people on earth and they will just be like, well, I have a bad haircut. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Success? I have a scuff on my shoe. Like, what? What does that have to do with it? Nothing. That has nothing to do with anything. It's just like you look at stuff. It's this perspective. I feel like Libras are also very pessimistic. Always. You would think that people who kind of weigh out the pros and cons would kind of see it through both. But I think that I'm just more surprised that they even see a bad side. Because it's like, when you know what the goods are, why focus on the bad? If you know what the bad is, you can just focus on the good. But it's like, no. I can't do that. Can't do that. Can't focus on the good. I have to focus on the bad. I have to stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning being fucking frantic about what's coming next. Okay? I refuse to get sleep. I refuse. Oh no. Absolutely not. Stay up, worry about tomorrow. But if you stay up and worry about tomorrow, staying up worrying about tomorrow, you don't get no sleep. You don't have no rest. You're not gonna have the energy to even go and get what it is that you want, because you're up all night worrying about it. You don't get no sleep. You're gonna go to work tomorrow tired. You're gonna do a half-assed job. Metrics are gonna go down. They're gonna bring you to the office. They're gonna tell you that you ain't doing a good job. This could be your last fucking straw. Who knows? Then they let you the fuck go. You gotta be on your A game at all times. But you have to get rest when you need to get rest. Worry about shit that keeps you up when you're up, because you'll be up to think about it. But Don't let things that make you anxious worry you. Don't let anxiety worry you. Don't let anxiety deprive you from a long-term goal by fucking up the details. The devil is in the details. What are you doing with the details? Literally. The devil is in the details. So keep him the fuck out your details. Keep that anxiety, that bullshit out of your story. Don't even let that nigga come in. You have control over that. Devil is in the details. But guess where the devil is also? In the cons that you like to weigh out so fucking much all throughout the night until 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 in the morning. I missed 7, but it's whatever. That's my number, so. You don't have time for that. Because when the devil is in your details, your judgment is going to be completely the opposite of what you want. And then again, you'll have to start all over. And of course, you know, you'll be just so strong. You can just come back so much more hard. But you're going to be so much more run down. Like, so run down. Nobody, you know, really wants to deal with you. You're not really a hot commodity anymore. Boo-boo. So, what are you going to do to stay where you are, to balance out that thing that you know makes you a hot commodity? What are you going to do to protect your future? Because what you do today is what really matters when tomorrow comes. All that really matters is what you do today. But like I said, if you don't learn, it will rear its head back. Karma will come back around with the same lesson and the same blessing, and then the same lesson from that blessing, and then the same lesson. Let's get into this love reading. Got out here and realized that these options were real slim. This is what it looks like. There's nothing wrong with wanting more than just money. And it looks like when you thought that was what you wanted, that's exactly what you received. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling. It wasn't no fun. It was like no cohesiveness, no dance with it. Like, some of them had money, some of them didn't have money. And your realization for how whack the dating pool was kind of messed you up a little bit. So now it's like you're just like, I'm not even about to do it no more. But it looks like either someone is coming in or you are running towards someone. Or running to something else. And what is it that we're running to? Someone who emotionally fulfills you. Oh my goodness. Because all the watching, spying, obsession, just putting out that energy out there, thinking that they were going to catch it and bring it back, didn't even work. Yeah. Oh, maybe it did work. Maybe it did work. But it didn't work enough. Yeah, it didn't work at all. I don't know if you... Do you think about this person when you sleep? Have a lot of dreams about this person? Walked away from this person, or this person walked away from you after or because of this mental little game? And because of it, you think that this person isn't going to be interested anymore because you walked away. So now you're trying to buy time, or they're trying to buy time. But whoever this person is with someone. So them obsessing over you is causing this person to get suspicious. Or your person is getting suspicious about you obsessing over this thing or this person or this situation or this something. I think it's like clear obsession, you know? Because it's like, look at this. He's cutting her hair. Not even like a long strand. Just like this little piece of hair. It's really weird. Yeah, you're obsessing so much to the point where this person that you're with, or that person that they're with, and they're obsessing over you, is like, it's just blatant. It's blatant as shit. To the point where it just like, they just can't deal with this shit no more. Looks like you like this person's mouth. Like to maybe receive fellatio. You just like, why are you able to do this like that? You like kissing this person. But it looks like ain't nothing really gonna happen about that. I don't see any forward motion. Well, like maybe you thought you was about that life, or you have to convince yourself that you're about that life, or you just like being out here. Yeah, you thought you was about that life. You liked being out here. You enjoyed, you know, being frivolous, being single, being promiscuous, having, you know, your cake and eating it too. But it looks like it's starting to get boring. Because when you put that out there that, you know, you aren't really looking for anything, other people are going to receive it that way and not really receive it like, oh, we're going to be friends, or oh, we're going to be cool about it. People aren't going to want to open up to you because of this promise of no emotion, this promise of no emotional fulfillment, this promise of, if I catch feelings, I know it's not going to go good. So you're not getting the emotional satisfaction or the emotion behind the intimacy that you're having with people while being single, or with this person while they're obsessing over somebody else, or with this person while you're obsessing over somebody else. But a star shall come, grace you with thine presence. Oh wait, their presence. But it doesn't look like this person is willing to deal with the emotional baggage that has come with you being out in the field. It's another lesson. You got 3 sevens out here, so you might want to look into that. But they're not going to want to deal with none of that stuff. They're more interested in something that is actually more intimate all around. They want the fight. They want all that stuff. They're not willing to see you flirt with other people, be inappropriate, cheat, lie. They're not with none of that. Because once they do, they're out of there. And they're gonna pay you back. This person isn't perfect. And you being an imbalanced person is going to cause them to be imbalanced as well. Maybe do stuff that they normally wouldn't do. Like go off and fuck on somebody because you fucking on them. This isn't even like a be careful of the company you keep. This is more of a be careful of the energy you keep. And the energy you release. And who you release it with. Because then you release it with so-and-so, and so-and-so goes and releases it somewhere else. And then they release it somewhere else, and then they release it somewhere else, and then they release it somewhere else, and it ends its way up back to you. Karma always comes around. And it ain't gonna be just you being hurt about someone fucking on you. People like to dibble and dabble. People are very fickle. People's emotions are very fickle. And you have to treat people accordingly. Yeah, people's emotions are fickle, and once you kind of show your ass, somebody's gonna, this person, be careful what you ask for, right? Because like I said earlier, you ask for somebody with money, and wanting someone with money is okay. Or wanting somebody who wants money is also okay. But you asking for somebody who wants money, or wants your money, or wants you to spend money on them, might in turn into somebody stealing money from you. Somebody ruining things that you put work in for. Because they know that stealing money from you, stealing material things from you, ruining your material things, ruining things that you worked hard for is really going to put you in this mental place where you feel inadequate. They want to make you feel the way you made them feel, or you want to make them feel the way that they made you feel. And when that happens, you won't be able to run to nobody else to talk about this with, to, no female energy to discuss it with, to receive insight from. No one really wants to deal with you when you are in these situations, because they're avoidable. And nobody wants to hear somebody complain about something that everybody saw but you didn't. Now granted, people are going to listen, obviously. But people are going to be reluctant to really give you any advice, suggestions. But do you want suggestions? Do you want help? No, we just don't like to ask for help. But do you want it? So you don't want help. Well, things are going to get a bit peaky. Because all that money is going to be the main cause for all this emotion that is yet to come. It's like you're in this money over bitches kind of mindset, but also you need money to get bitches kind of mindset. But going into the unknown, right? You have the wherewithal. Shit, you might even have the sex appeal, the regular appeal, maybe even a little bit of the financial appeal. But if you are looking for somebody who wants something specific, you have to remember that you're not the only person that has that thing that they want. Do a little bit of soul searching and figure out what it is that makes you different. What sets you aside from all these other people who are in worse or better circumstances than you? What makes you any different? What makes you any more or less worthy to get the type of people or the type of person or the person that you want? Are you willing to change things about yourself? Are you willing to do things that you normally wouldn't do? Are you willing to buy things that you normally would not buy? Are you willing to open your mouth and say something? Say words. Are you ready to, what's the word? Serenade? And are you willing to put yourself out there? Because being what's the word? Being a homebody and being an introvert in this type of predicament isn't really going to get you what you want. If you're looking for somebody of a higher caliber, you're going to have to put yourself in places where people are, you know, of higher caliber. You're going to have to look a certain part. You're going to have to act a certain part. You're going to have to do different things that you normally would not do. You really have to put yourself in a position at this moment to get who it is that you want. And putting yourself in the position to get someone of a higher caliber doesn't always have to be a higher caliber of money. It could be a higher caliber of, you know, anything. Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, all of the above. It could be all of those things. So you just have to be open to receiving that information or receiving this insight on this new lifestyle. You have to be open to change. Again, like from the general reading, you have to be open to change. You have to be open to your own wants and needs. Because you not having it means that you're not doing what you know you need to do. You're completely denying yourself and depriving yourself of what you think or what you say you want. So if you want it, if you want someone, if you want a job, you want a house, you want a car, you want a wife, you want kids, you want this, you want that, you have to put yourself in a position where you're able to go get those things. But you also have to be in a position where you're able to receive those things. You can't just be able to give. You also have to be able to receive. Because receiving things will cause a reaction. And you're going to have to know how to react. Libras are cardinal signs. Y'all are already proactive. So how are y'all when it comes to being reactive? How are y'all when it comes to taking the initiative in both aspects? Y'all already have both aspects in your sign alone with, you know, Lady Liberty or whoever that woman is. You have, it's like y'all have options. Y'all don't know that y'all have options for a lot of things. I feel like y'all know more than regular people. Everybody isn't able to see the pros and the cons. So it's like, if you know what the pros and the cons are in this lifestyle, that means that you already thought about it. And if you already thought about the pros and cons, that means that you already thought about how to deal with each thing. You dealt with the details. And like I said, if the devil is in the details, then you have the option to kind of exit him stage left. So the fact that it's still there after all the lessons and the blessings and the rewinds and the backwards walking and the, you know, the drama, and then it coming around again for you to deal with it again, and it's still the devil in the details. You know, it's like, is this something that you actually want? Are you actually going to get emotional fulfillment if you're already not receiving emotional fulfillment from what you think you want? And is that important to you? So, you know, something to think about. So, we have our Goddess Knowledge card, Amphitrite. I don't know if it's up. Yeah, it's up. Amphitrite is the ancient Greek triple goddess in her guise as a ruler of the sea. Her name, used synonymously with the ocean by Homer, means the third one who encircles. A moon goddess, Amphitrite retained her individuality even under the later Greeks, who had her married to Poseidon. She has a special concern for all creatures of the sea and is responsible for the foaming waves. Just as Amphitrite can moderate the winds in the sea, we can learn to calm the waves of our inner storms. Baby, ain't never lie. What can we do about the inner storms other than learn about them so we can change them and be prepared for new ones? Because if you don't think that they learned anything about, you know, what to do during a hurricane in New Orleans, then, you know, if you live down there, you'll be like, well, why don't y'all have a plan? We already had Hurricane Katrina. So Hurricane Katrina happened. So what you gonna do when the next hurricane comes? We got 15. Your luck for today, 10 and 5 is sure to mean the best of luck, for they make 15. Your fortune, in great demand for social things at dinners, play, or ball. You'll win new friends and keep the old and be beloved by all. An unpleasant and expensive experience by which you will afterwards benefit. You will get your wish. Take money to make money, baby. So I'm really tired. This is my last reading for today, but I hope that this resonated nonetheless. Thank you very much for letting me into your life and letting me into your light. I hope this resonates. I hope you have a great rest of your January and a great rest of your February. Hopefully we'll see what signs or what planets are coming into your sign next month, which I don't know exactly what they are yet. But we will find out. And yeah, if anything didn't make sense, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of the year. Peace out.